Torres. I am the proud band director here. This is my 8th year here teaching these students the awesomeness that is music. So we're here tonight to give these students an opportunity to demonstrate what they've been working on all summer. We've had rehearsals and practices all summer, starting all the way back in May when school ended. And they've been learning their basics, their fundamentals. If they were brand new to the program, they had to learn everything from scratch for the first time. So we're going from May till right now, and we're going to demonstrate all that they've been learning. And we're going to conclude today with a review of the 2025 competitive show that we're about to do. So right now what our students are doing, they are participating in the pre-game ceremonies. Part of our responsibility as a marching band is we got to play at football games. So we have a few responsibilities that we do. So we will be starting our pre-game playing the Star Spangled Banner. So I'd ask you guys to rise and remove your hats. And please give a warm round of applause to this year's assistant drum major, Mr. Wesley Wu. The next thing we play at a football game is our alma mater. How many guys are graduates of Glen A High School? Make some noise. Hey! I know some of you, not all of you, but that's pretty cool to see some alumni back. Thanks for coming. So I expect all of you to sing the words. So here's the alma mater, also conducted by Mr. Wesley Wu. At this time in the game, we'll make our tunnel. This is how we let the football team enter the field, so we'll do that as they're marching up the field. A lot of these students on the field, there's a handful of them that have been playing music for a while, so this is, nothing new. Some of them have been doing this drill for a while, but there's people out on the field that haven't played an instrument before, so we have a wide range of folks. We've had some people just join us this week, so I'm very welcoming. Anyone who wants to put the time and effort into joining us, I'm down for it. So we're really excited for the kind of season we're about to have. We're a lot bigger. We're back to about the size we were pre-COVID, so I'm really excited. We have a lot of students that are eager to have a competitive season and a great experience being in band. With all the things that we get to do, it's a lot of fun. So one of the first things is, being the visual example, the musical accompaniment to our school activities. So we're going to play our next two tunes for you. This is our fight song. This is where I give you the Glen A Wilson trivia. Glen A Wilson was the former superintendent of this district back in the 60s, and he opened not just this school, but he opened a Workman. Fun fact, the first year at Wilson High School wasn't actually physically here. It was over in Roland High School, and then they moved over here the second year, so year 2 was when we were here, so 67. And it was named after the superintendent at the time, and he also got his doctorate at USC, so that's why we're Cardinal and Gold, and that's why our fight song is the USC fight song. So please enjoy Tribute to Troy and Fight On, led by our drum major, Mr. Jacob Lee. He's somewhere over there, so give him a round of applause. Off the field and then exit, but we want to show you some more stuff, so we're going to reset ourselves to a new formation here. So during the summer, for a long time in this community, we've had a parade. So when I first got hired here, we would have the Hacienda Heights Community Parade, and we would have to learn a march during the summer. So I like keeping that tradition anyway. It's a good opportunity for the students to learn traditional music that dates back in our history as a marching band concept. And one of the OGs of marching band was John Philip Sousa, so every year the students learn a Philip Sousa march. And if you ever get a chance to go to DC, you can check out his home because he served in the military for a long period of time. A lot of our parade marches, our traditions come from Sousa, so I like to maintain that tradition, give these kids opportunities to play. So even if we didn't have a parade this year, we still learned to march, so this is one of the things we learned during the summer. So this is called Crusader March. This was one of his go-to tunes when they were traveling. They would like to play. This would be a tune that was very popular. So please enjoy Crusader March now under the direction of our senior drum major. Give a warm round of applause to Mr. Jacob Lee. You can give a round of applause. Congratulations. There it is. That piece was originally written back in 1898, so this is over 100 years old. So this music's rather old, but it speaks to our tradition in America for parade marches. We're one of the only states currently that still competes in parade. There's not a lot of that anymore in our country, but this is still a tradition that we play. So wanted them to learn that. Another thing we do, part of tradition, in that same parade I talked about earlier that we used to have, we used to combine forces with Los Altos. Boo, Los Altos. I'm just kidding. That's fine. It's fine. We would actually play together in the park, and that was kind of a cool thing. We would get together. So we're going to play, fun fact, this piece is called This Is My Country. It's a patriotic tune that we would normally play at 4th of July. They don't know this, but it's actually arranged by my master teacher. When I learned how to student teach, I went and worked at Baldwin Park High School under Rick Naylor, 6/8 band, and he actually made this arrangement. So they don't know that that's why we play it still, because I'm paying homage to my master teacher. But this is still a good tune to play. Again, if we ever do the parade again, they won't forget. They know how to play it. So this is my country. It's a little. I know it's July, but it's still. Well, no, it's August now. Missed it by a day. All right, so we'll be a little patriotic. We'll play our tune. So please enjoy. This is my country. We're going to play today before we debut our 2025 show is we play, one of our responsibilities is we play stand tunes. So I let the drum major pick what stand tune he wants to play. There's a book, there's a list of tunes that we know how to play. And so I let the drum major pick, and he decided to select the next tune. This one's called Magical Mystery Tour. Another fun fact about this tune, this is an arrangement from my college days when I was at Cal State Fullerton, Buco Fullerton. We had a varsity band book of pep tunes that we would play. This is actually an arrangement from my one of my old late teachers, Mr. Mark Gerbrandt, and he wrote a lot of these cool arrangements. It's Magical Mystery Tour blended with a little bit of help from some of my friends. So this is an old classic tune. I like showing the kids old school stuff because that's the good stuff, that's the good music. So please enjoy Magical Mystery Tour. One. oldies from the 60s. It is to debut this year's show. Before we show you what the show is, I do want to shout out my leaders, my students as you're getting ready. Raise your hand if you are, actually no, I'm not going to do that right now. I'm going to tell you about the staff first. I'll shout them out at the end. Our staff, our design team consists of a few great instructors. We have Robert Bowen in the percussion, Hector Brambula in guard. We have Chris Cowling writing our drill, designing the show. As well as our show is custom written by Kevin Shaw. So this is a brand new show. No one's ever heard of it before. It's brand new, fresh. So we're excited to debut the show for you today. In our percussion staff, we have Robert Bowen's in charge of the program as a whole. We have Alex Barajas with the front ensemble. We have Nick Navarro, who's here today, former alumni, that are on our staff. Give our percussion staff a round of applause. Woo! We're next somewhere over there. For our visual department, it's led by the great Allison Cotton, who's down here taking pictures, and our former alumni Addie Mendez and Julian Olvera, who's on tour right now. So give them a round of applause. And lastly, for the guard, we have Hector Bramble is in charge of the guard. We have Damian Santana and our new staff member, Grace Augustine. So give them a round of applause, please. So we've been working during the summer and in these last 2 weeks designing. So we've been working during the summer designing the show. I'm sorry. Coming up with an idea. What do we want to do? What do we want to put on the field? So we came up with this really cool idea. So the show is set in the Mayan culture. So this is ancient civilization, South America, Central America. And it's going to be about what happens in that civilization when the eclipse happens, right? And how they didn't quite understand what that meant. It had very religious tones to it, and some very serious things were implicated by experiencing an eclipse, the sky going dark out of the blue. There's a lot of movies and television shows that have showed that in the visual sense. So we wanted to kind of give those students an opportunity to put out a cool show like that. So this year's show is called Eclipse. I'm just going to describe a couple of things. Not everything is done on the field, but we got some pillars from like an ancient ruin on the right side. That's going to eventually, those tall ladders are going to eventually be a pyramid, so that's a work in progress. So that'll eventually turn into a gigantic Mayan pyramid that the students will climb up. Not all of them, but just some of them. We have our stage over here on the right, and we have some of our front drops here that are ready to go, almost ready to go. And so we're excited to debut our brand new show for you. And shout out to the students. Give the students another round of applause. They have played everything by memory today. Give them a round of applause. That's amazing. And thinking about, again, students that have never been with us before, they've had to pick all that information up really fast. So from end of May, school being done, joining a campus, in some cases never even been on this campus before. It's been a great opportunity for these kids to learn, and they are excited to show you their new competitive show. As soon as they're set, we're going to get going in a moment, but I'd like to shout out the parents of the executive board, the WIM Club, starting with our graduating senior parent, Mr. Jose Sanchez. Give him a big round of applause. Jose and his executive board staff have been working really hard in supporting what we're trying to accomplish here on the fields. A lot of the stuff that you're seeing appear on the field, all the gear, all this stuff wouldn't happen without the parents. I'm focused 100% on supporting the students to make sure that they're ready. Yeah, well, it's the win. It's fine. Focusing on these students to work on their performance and get them as ready to go as possible. And so all the stuff behind the scenes, Jose and the rest of the executive board, thank you for your support in helping these students achieve their success. So thank you very much for supporting. And if I can make sure that my Met is on, without further, is it on? Jacob, is your mic on? further ado, please give the warm round of applause to the Royal Wilson Marching Alliance. Hold on. So I'm going to give you the announcement that you would hear at a competition. Okay, so here we go. So, in the 5A division, from the city of Hacienda Heights, performing their 2025 show entitled Eclipse, the Golden State Field Classic is proud to present the Royal Wilson Marching Alliance. Marching Alliance. Oh, yeah. All right, so maybe that gives you a little bit of an idea what the show's going to look like this season. We still got some work to do. There's some things we need to fix and clean up and work on, but like that's what we got right now. So please support your students. There's a reason why they've been coming home sweating and crying, and especially today they were all wet, right? Because they had a bunch of our student leaders were planning games today, kind of a celebration of the end of band camp. Raise your hand on the field if you are in Alliance Council. These are all my student leaders. Give them a big round of applause. I am merely one mortal, so I can't do everything and can't be everywhere, so I really depend on my student leaders, from my field commanders, drum majors, captains, to my section leaders, to my business leaders. These students all have different tasks and responsibilities, and so we've had a successful year so far due to the student leadership and their willingness to support each other and understand that we're trying to all have success. And eventually, our goal here is getting the championships, which would be 8 years in a row for us. So that's what we're looking to do. So please give these students another round of applause. Before we get out of here, they're going to get dismissed. You get a little bit of an insight. The students also, not me, students decide what the motto is for the year every year. So it's kind of thematic to the show. So my drum major is actually going to be dismissing your students. They're going to leave the field. Don't take pictures. They're not going to hang out right now because they got to change and put stuff away. There'll be opportunities down the road to take pictures with your students in uniform. Just not right now. We got to get them out. So in a moment, our drum major is going to dismiss them. You're going to hear our motto for this year. This is what we do kind of internally to kind of build up our camaraderie. And then they're all going to leave and put their stuff away. And I'll give you guys kind of a roundup of what's about to happen next. So here we go.